Good morning. If there's any beekeeper enthusiasts, is it apiary? We're heading down to see if I can find somewhere around here New Forest honey, I think it's called. I met a guy, Simon was his name, and he was with another beekeeper, and they were capturing a swarm. If you don't know bees, I think most seasons they'll swarm. That means a group of them will just set off and try and find a new home when the hive gets too big. And he was helping this guy capture a swarm that had come in somebody's front garden. And I heard he wasn't too far away, and on a Thursday they have a little shop. So I'm walking down now to see if I can find it. It's a little further than I thought, but hey ho, New Forest honey. And of course the New Forest honey takes advantage of all the heather in the New Forest. So it's a heather honey. Now I can see a lot going on up ahead of me, but I also suspect there's a pub up here as well. Okay, so it's a pub called the Traveller's Rest. A pretty little pub. But just here, opposite, this is the honey place. You can just see here the Noble Bee pop-up shop. New Forest honey. So I can see here Simon, the guy we saw, that looks like his beekeeping uniform, so he's probably here. Yeah. Lovely little grounds. Hey, how are you, mate? Oh, look at that. So, do you know how old?
Yeah, about 6 weeks, I think. I've got it now for 4 or 5 weeks, and it was a week old when I got it.
Talking of incubators, we've got an old Victorian incubator in here.
Wow, no, really?
Display.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It's nice, isn't it?
That is gorgeous.
That's where the eggs went.
Yeah, this is the sort of thing I was trying to build. And does it turn the eggs, or does it?
No, you have to do it by hand.
So just hand turning,
yeah,
right?
It's very, they weren't really that sophisticated back in those days.
But that's okay. They had the time, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, you could get quite a few eggs in something that size.
Yeah.
Is it the whole tray going all the way back?
Yeah. Obviously now it's a display thing. But...
It's gorgeous. Yeah. I mean, you're not selling that. That's just something you.
Right, it was my dad's originally. It's got a nice thing to hold on to.
So it's Simon, isn't it?
That's it.
Yeah. So this is all the stuff. So this is your honey.
This is the product we make.
Beautiful.
We keep bees all around the New Forest, and we harvest each location separately.
Okay.
And then we write on the lid where they're from. So you get honey from Needle and Bewley First Hand Farm, which is here.
Yeah.
Holly's Meadow and Leap, so that's just a few examples. Buckazard, then we've also got heather honey, pure heather honey.
Okay.
Have a taste if you like.
Okay, so hang on. So this is a heather just from the forest, is it?
So that's pure heather honey, so
Right.
it's only the nectar from the heather flower.
Yeah.
Whereas these other ones are wildflower honey, so they'll have nectar from all sorts of different flowers.
Okay, so they're mongrels.
Well, I mean, I've never had them described as mongrels before.
Mongrel honeys, but no,
well,
proper
yeah.
honey, yeah. So you can't, no particular provenance for the flower then. It could be
all sorts in there.
Yeah.
If you sent it away to get analysed, they'd give you some idea of what's in it.
Right. We were saying before about the Manuka honeys that we used to buy almost as a regular honey in New Zealand, you know.
Right. Okay.
And of course in Australia where we are, we have got a lot of tea trees. So there's, thousands of acres of tea trees. So there's technically Manuka honey produced there, but it's not sold as Manuka honey. That's beautiful. And do you make the wax candles as well, or are you buying those in?
So we make these ones.
Yeah.
So these are made using a blend of beeswax and coconut wax.
Yeah.
And then with different fragrances. Sniff and go like that. These ones we make. These ones here we don't. We buy those from a company up north that make them for us. Just having time to do it all. Also, you need quite a bit of equipment to be able to make candles of that quality.
And yeah. And little bug homes or bug homes?
Yeah, solitary bee homes.
Okay.
We've got 270 different types of bee in England. And quite a few of the solitary bees will use those.
Really?
Yeah.
So just a solitary bee would live on its own and produce its own sort of little, will it produce honey?
They don't produce honey. The only bee that produces honey is the honeybee.
Right.
Solitary bees are like lone rangers, but they'll use the tubes of these things to produce make young, more solitary bees in, basically.
Okay.
And that how they do that depends on the species.
So I've seen these sold as sort of bug homes as well, or something similar. But these what would these particularly attract solitary bees, or would any bugs also?
I mean, you might get spiders that go in there, but they're designed to attract solitary bees because those tubes and the diameter of the holes are perfect to attract solitary bees.
Like that. Okay, Simon's going to have a little look. He's got some bees to take care of. So he said to me, why not try these honeys? So I'm going to. Let's find a spot. I can pop the camera and use his box for a makeshift tripod there. So, right, this one is the pure heather honey. I'm really looking forward to tasting this. So this is pure New Forest heather honey. Let's get a good taster in there. So he said this one will be quite gelatinous. Oh, that's beautiful. I don't get the strong heather flavours, quite subtle. There it is. Yeah, a little floral, almost. What am I thinking? Almost a little lavender edge to it. So that one's delicious. Let me pop that in with my tripod. So that one is the pure heather honey. Now these honeys, he's got 4 more down here, which are, this is a set honey, and these are from various sources. So he's not 100% sure of the provenance of the flowers, but flowers from around the New Forest. Now that is a very waxy honey. So I'll just show you. It's a very solid set honey, very waxy. I do love those set honeys. Wow. Wow, I like that. I'm still getting the heather flavours there, but there is like a light caramel flavour you only get with the set honeys. Let me try the next one. So this one here, I better put my glasses on, they might have notes written on here, so let me have a little look. So it says New Forest wild flowers. Let us give this a try. So it's another quite a loose honey. It's a warm day today, mind you, so very clear, very loose honey. Ooh, wow. Almost a nutty apple. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I'm getting that sort of flower petal flavour, but you know, that might be my mind just playing games with me because I'm thinking flowers. That's nice. That is a very floral tasting honey, for want of another word. So glasses back on, let's have a little read of this one. So it's another New Forest, just says wildflowers. Is it where it's from that makes a difference? Not sure. Let me give this a try. So again, this one's quite a loose honey, very golden, almost like a golden syrup in colour. Can't really show you. It's a very thin honey. Not very thin, but it's a warm day, as I say, so. Oh, almost a lemony sort of edge to that. Little citrus. Oh, that's nice. That is nice. Also, it would be hard to choose. I can't really take a lot of honey with me because we're setting off on our bike ride very shortly. So New Forest wildflowers, wildflowers again. This one's got some texture. It's a little thicker, and if I get down deep, you can see some little air bubbles in this one, so it's not as clear. Some grit, a little bit of texture. That's nice. Ooh, stronger, more caramelized flavor, maybe a little sweeter. I am going to try once more the pure heather honey. I want to try that at the end just to revisit the heather honey. I'll go down a little deeper and give that a try. Now I like the heather honey. It's got a slight, another little, almost like a molasses aftertaste. So there they are. That was nice. That was the set honey. That was a very nice set honey, very thick. I'm not sure which honeys they were. I probably like this one. I like the texture in here, and I like that slightly molasses aftertaste. And I like this set honey. I might get myself a honey just to take on the journey, and we can have it in an upcoming episode. I don't know if you can hear the peacocks. I can hear peacocks calling out in the garden, so we'll pop outside, have a little look. How much of the honey's here? So heather honey is 9, wildflower honeys are $7.50, and British, so I think this one is maybe, I'm not sure if this is, I don't know, jam jar edition. I'm not sure what that one is. So this is the raw honey, which I thought was really delicious. You know what, I think I'm going to go for the raw honey. So
we write the apiary just where it's from.
So that's where the sort of provenance of each honey is. Is it written on there, is it?
Yes, and then it varies depending on which site they've come from.
Let me come back over here. So I didn't see this. So that was the Buckler's Hard. I like that. That had a bit of texture in it. So this one needs or Buckler's Hard. That's different. That's from Brock. Okay, Brockenhurst, Park Estate. Polly's Meadow. Oh, Leap, over at Leap. And this one, where's this one from? Just the New Forest Heather, yes?
Yeah, so we've got a few sites which we take our bees to in the heather. But we've got one down by Hatchet Pond.
Okay, I was there yesterday, day before. Hatchet Pond. I just want to have a little look around. Oh, look, I told you. Oh, guinea fowl. I love guinea fowl. Not this guy, this is obviously a lovely peacock. But look at the guinea fowl. Hey, I know. Come on. These are amazing birds. They will clear a meadow of bugs so quickly. So if you decide you want to keep sheep, or even if you have dogs and you've got a big area of grass, keep a few guinea fowl, Now clear it of ticks. I can hear one over there. Oh. Ah, that sounds like a turkey. It is a turkey. Hello, turkey. Hello. Hey, you're a beauty, ain't ya? Ain't ya? Huh? Thought I heard a turkey. You remind me of Maureen. Come on. Look at that beautiful turkey. The wattle on the front there. Well, they've got a lot of the fowl that we used to keep. Well, that's a greenhouse and a half, isn't it? What a beautiful place. He's got a nice hammock in there as well, so on a warm day you can pretend he's in the tropics. That fella's about to put his feathers up. If I sit here, maybe he'll give us a show. How beautiful is that blue neck? So he's got quite a few bees in here, in the lavender. If you look closely, you'll be able to see more than one or two. Okay, let's go back and see if my honey is available. I really would like that set honey if I can. Noble bee. The more I look, the more amazing things I'm seeing. What a great place. Yeah, I heard the turkey gobbling in the background.
Yeah, he's lovely, our Bob.
Is that Bob, is it?
Yeah.
Is this mine?
Yes, that
Beautiful.
is yours. And I've also got you one of our Asian Hornet identification cards.
Okay.
Because you're out and about quite a bit. Might be handy just to keep on, see if you see one.
Are they an invasive species?
Very much so, yeah. So they found 62 nests last year, all of which were destroyed.
Are you okay in the video?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Yeah. So they said, how many did they find?
62 in total.
Right.
They destroyed all of them, but essentially we don't know if we caught all of them. And those nests would have sent off so many queen Asian hornets, and they would have hibernated over winter. So it's likely we're having more emerge this year.
So, okay, so I think you've seen an Asian hornet. Report it. Yeah. What is that? That's nice, the little glass domes, that works well. What a clever idea.
And it makes sense because it
Almost like
stops our customers having to lean down. And
Yeah.
all of that.
Yeah, that does work well. That's a clever idea. You could do that with other things like spices, you know.
Yeah, I reckon you could.
Well, you know when you've had too much, don't you? Everything starts to smell the same.
Yeah, go nose blind.
It smells like Play-Doh. You smell that and tell me if you can get Play-Doh out of it.
I could definitely.
Not really. You can say no, I don't mind. I won't be offended. Maybe it was the homemade Play-Doh that we used to make.
Could have been.
Yeah, probably. No, that smells like Play-Doh. So, that one. Play-Doh candles. So have you seen the Asian hornet? Report it. So the hornet there on the left side is an invasive hornet. So we've got to have, Michelle and I got to have a look out for those. And not only, report where they are so people can sort of make maps of where the hornets are, but we've got to get rid of these invasive hornets. I do always feel a bit sad saying you've got to get rid of a species, because you know, they've every right to be here, but if they start attacking local species, we should be getting rid of them. And here's our friend, look. Oh, is he going to give us a show? Go on then, show yourself up. You're very handsome. So there you have it, a little trip out. Oh, you can hiss. You can hiss. Ooh. There's a peacock in that greenhouse I can hear. So yeah, that's a little trip to New Forest honey. I've got myself some honey, beautiful local honey. I'm going to head back. If I was here with Michelle now, we'd pop over into the pub and have a drink. I'll pop a little map up to show you exactly where the New Forest honey is, and if you're in the New Forest or anywhere around the sort of Hythe and Waterside area, get yourself down here, check out their amazing honey, and just a beautiful little place to have a chill, great experience. There's always something rustling in the bushes. When you walk down these lovely little English lanes, there's always the noise of activity in the woodland. So you saw my gorgeous little honey pot. Really pleased that I managed to find a honey. I like a set honey, not always, but I like a set honey because for the cycle trip that we're on, that'll be quite useful. It won't be quite so runny. I'll be able to pop that on a cracker when we stop in a pretty little area. But I also thought, if I can include this honey in cooking something in the wild, so make a note and remind me if I don't. Maybe I could make some little oatmeal cookies using honey, or we could use it as a dressing. Now if I wanted a dressing, I probably wanted a heather honey. We might find other honey producers en route. Anyway, loved you all. Hope you've enjoyed this look around the New Forest honey. For me, it was a heap of fun. Lovely people, great experience. I will see you in the next episode. Take care.